somebody gotta be persistent with the frog. See, that bass hit it. I couldn't see it. It was a blind cast around the curve. I couldn't see it, and he's got in there pretty good. One hook. That's the way I like it. Because you're not always in a situation where you can get a good hook set. And so I like having the hooks just down to the side. Let me get the boat back. These hooks are pretty thick and pretty strong, and you don't have to get both of them in there, and I'm not trying to get both of them in there. So I keep my hooks low. I used to raise them up high, thinking I needed to do that, get better hookups, but I found that by just bending the hooks out on the side and keeping them down lower than the top of the body, I still keep it pretty weedless, and my hookup ratio has gone way up. That one. I'm going to bend this side out. But I keep it about heavy 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch out. Pretty much like that, if you can see that. That's about all I do. Also, I had somebody ask me if frogs only for grass fishing. I primarily fish in grass. I mean, most of the time I'm fishing in grass, but I fish a good bit in wood and laydowns. Like today, I've been targeting grass all day, but I'm not actually fishing grass. I'm fishing the edge of grass where the bass are spawning. But a frog is just a topwater bait. They think it's shad, they think it's brim, you know. I don't even know if a bass actually thinks it's a frog. I'm sure they probably do. But I don't fish it as a frog. I fish it as a topwater bait. And I'll let the situation dictate how I fish it. If they want it, if it's calm like this, I'm going to walk it. And I tend to walk my frogs fast. You know, short little pops back and forth. Instead of going real far and slow walk, I'll do it real quick. If I'm fishing in choppy water, I'll chug the frog. I'll just do nice little sweeps and chug it. The reason I throw the frog as much as I do, I just love fishing. I mean, it's an exciting bite to have. I don't know why. I guess it's the design of the frog. I don't know exactly why it is, but when a bass eats a frog or a hollow body frog, they explode on it. And, I mean, it's just plus a lot of times you're throwing in some. Well, I'm throwing in some thick stuff. You know, when they come up out of that thick stuff and hit, you know, it could be just a mess of limbs tangled together on the edge of the lake, and fighting them out of there, and fighting in extremely shallow water sometimes. You know, I fish it in deeper water too. But you know, like this stuff back here, I'm going to all the tree limbs and stuff like that, and just it's a versatile bait. You can throw it just about anywhere. And probably get hung up. Of course, you're fishing 65-pound braids that you get the hook stuck in a little bit. Like if you're going over a limb with it, and I think the design of it helps keep it weedless. Even though I got my hooks out, if my finger's a limb, as it's coming over, it slides up, and when you pull it over, it actually pops back around, so the hooks actually never touch the limb. You know, frog is a good search bait for bedding bass. I found quite a few bass on beds today. I caught the little buck bass, primarily all I caught today. And I did see the females up there with them, but I didn't stick around to really try to catch them. I could have. I've seen a couple, you know, 4, 5 pound plus. They were on the beds with the male, and you know, a lot of them were the bass coming up and swirled at my frog, or or got it, but didn't get the back end of it. And so I eased up there and looked in with my glasses on and looked in the water, and you could see both of them sitting up there. But I just keep on going because I was primarily just trying to get a frog bite. If I'd been in a tournament or something, that would have been different. I would have stopped and fished for them. Now, when it comes to setting the hook, you know, on bass when they eat your frog, there's a lot of people out there, and I try to do the same thing when I first started fishing frogs. They tell you to wait on, you know, let the bass turn its head before you set the hook. When you fish a frog, your success rate of landing the fish with the frog is not the highest of other baits, for most people anyway. And so I think that's where that came from. People would say, you know, you got to let the bass eat it, turn its head so you can get a good hook up. But when a bass eats your frog, I set the hook pretty fast. I set it as fast as I can when it eats my frog. And if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll see when I set the hook, the bass has already moved 2 to 3 feet away from where I actually where he actually ate my frog. When I set the hook, he's 2 or 3 feet away, sometimes farther. A bass is so quick. I mean, the bass has done ate your frog and took another bite up before you even set the hook. Set it right away. So a bass is going to be more likely to spit your frog out by you waiting than if you just set the hook right away. Now there are times when you need to wait. You know, like if he blows up on your frog and he misses. But if he eats it and gets it in his mouth, there's no sense of waiting. But you know, you fish this grass and it's like this got a lot of algae around it on the surface. You get your frogs around it, just kind of lift your rod tip up high and gently pull it across the top of it. It won't get all over there quite as bad. And sometimes you get through there, a lot of times you get through there without even getting it on there. And then once I get into a little open spot, looks like a bass there right there, I'll start walking it again. Keep your rod tip low to the water. Allows you to get better hook set. You know, a lot of people you don't want to have your rod tip way out here. If you got your rod tip way out here pointing towards the frog, the bass eats it, you don't have any slack to get your rod tip up and get a good hook set. If you got your rod tip way down here, it's going to be all up here before the line gets tension, so you can get a real good hook set. So you keep your rod tip down, and that way you come all the way up like that. Your rod's all the way up at full speed by the time you make that hook set, and you get a good hook set on them. Another nice little male bass, buck bass. Choked it. He wanted it. On the killer. On the black widow frog. Nice little chunky bag.